My name's Paul Rudd, and I'm an actor. I play Scott Lang, otherwise known as Ant-Man. There's nothing innately heroic or superhero-like about Scott. I mean, he's a normal guy, and he discovers this suit. The suit allows me to shrink down to the size, essentially, of an ant. The fuel that enables it to do it are these things called Pym particles. Pym particles were discovered and created by Hank Pym, who's Michael Douglas's character. And there's a button in the glove, and if I press it, I can shrink down because the particles course throughout the suit. It's not just about shrinking. There's a helmet, it takes training, but Ant-Man can also control ants, talks to ants. There are certain things about Ant-Man that are unique to the other Marvel films. So it's a heist movie. It's got a lot of levity, it's funny. It's also very family-oriented. This is kind of the first Marvel, main Marvel hero that has his own film. It's a father. This was a big part of who Scott Lang is because it's wanting to be a good father, provide for his daughter, that motivates him to do what he does. He's flawed and he gets beat up. I mean, he's a very, it makes for kind of a fun superhero. Scott Lang steals the suit from Hank Pym, who is the original Ant-Man. Having the differences in age was able to kind of provide a mentor relationship. I think Hank sees himself in Scott, and we have this theme of parents and children throughout the whole film. We already have, such gravitas in the fact that Michael Douglas is playing Hank Pym. So, we really lucked out. I still can't believe I was able to work with him. I mean, he's an incredible actor. I mean, there are those actors that fall into the legendary category. It all takes place in a very small setting. This seems like it's an alien landscape, but it's actually the table of on a child's bedroom. And so I think all of the action, while still being enormous, it's fun to see everything taken down to such a small, familiar level. So that makes it different. This was the first time I'd ever worked with like a motion capture suit. It was all in my head. I never saw any ants while making the movie. All of the fighting and the flips and the rolling around, I was just doing in a warehouse with the cameras around me on a soundstage. I'm riding around on the back of an ant. The reality of it is that I was sitting on a barrel and I'm holding on to this thing, and there were ropes on either side, and there were guys pulling the ropes, and and I'm wearing a suit covered with reflective tape, and I have marks on my face, and the whole thing it's strange. And it's just amazing, the technology now, that you can look at something like that and they're gonna make it look like that. I spent about a year training for the movie, and I got just in physical shape and worked with a gymnast, and it was nice to have that kind of discipline and focus. But also, it did make me feel a little less like an imposter. Chris Pratt, he said the best way to get in shape, try and get cast in the lead in a Marvel movie. And as far as Civil War, I went and worked on that, and it was incredible. And there's Captain America, and there's Iron Man. And I remember Chris Evans, so he's just standing there, and I just went, I said, is it okay? Can I just hold the shield for a second? Yeah, here. And so I was just holding Captain America's shield. I was fanboy, completely. That being said, it was fun to incorporate some of the other elements of Marvel movies, including the character. What was important to us was that it didn't seem gimmicky, but instead germane to the story. And if you've seen any of the other Marvel movies, then it makes the whole thing even more fun. It's not like you would be lost if you hadn't seen any other Marvel movies, right?